Tulsa Sobering Center served more than 700 people in 2022. The center helps those who suffer from alcoholism or other addictions avoid jail time and work towards a better future. Kennedy Sepulvedo visited the center this week and has our report.
You have to work on your self-care every single day.
A group session full of Tulsans on the road to recovery is at the heart of Grand Addiction Recovery Center in Tulsa. The program is connected to the Tulsa Sobering Center in an effort to decriminalize substance use and reduce the stigma attached to it.
There was a high frequency of individuals that were getting arrested for intoxication. And so what they were finding was, there was a root cause. So there's a reason why people are drinking. There's a reason why people are using substances. So why don't we look at what is going on and trying to help individuals instead of just arresting them?
The Tulsa Sobering Center allows people to sober up after a rough night out or get the long-term help they need.
Whenever somebody is arrested for public intoxication, they are given the option to, in lieu of being arrested, to come into the Tulsa Sobering Center. And so what happens is they're brought into the facility and they stay in the Tulsa Sobering Center for 10 hours versus getting arrested. So we're screening them for services and we're trying to get them initiated in services. So that might be medically supervised detox, it could be residential treatment, it could be outpatient services, whatever they're willing to come into treatment for.
Of the individuals brought to Tulsa Sobering Center, about 13% agree to receive treatment at the Grand Addiction Recovery Center. Mark Patterson is a recent graduate of Grand who is continuing his recovery journey.
It was really very beneficial in my life because for the first time I really wanted recovery. I wasn't forced to do it by anyone. It was my own volition, my own choice.
Personal choice is an important aspect of Patterson's story, and he knew it had to be his choice and no one else's after a conversation with his mentor.
And he said, "I'm going to tell you exactly why you can't quit drinking." And of course I was all ears. And he said the reason you can't quit drinking is because you don't want to. And some things you'll never forget.
Substance use has been a part of Patterson's life since a young age.
I started using when I was 13, and 31 years later, which is where I'm at right now, I haven't had 100 days sober, which it is what it is. I mean, we can't rewrite the past. So I really wanted it this time around.
He said it was helpful being alongside others working through addictions and with staff who understands exactly what he is dealing with.
The staff, pretty sure 99%, if not 100% of the staff is in recovery and has been through drugs and alcohol and things of that nature, addictions. And it was really helpful to even have speaker meetings that they host every Friday night. They're having a couple of the staff come in and share their stories, and even having situations come up while I was there and I need to talk to someone about something or maybe get some advice or some insight.
He was also able to get to the root cause of his substance use.
Something that causes us so much pain, it costs us so much time, energy, and money and community resources. And it should just be like, the Ronald Reagan campaign, just don't do it. On figuring out the things that have haunted me from my past concerning traumas and abuses, sexual abuses, physical abuses, emotional, verbal, and I left them unprocessed.
Knowing what contributed to his substance use has allowed Patterson to move forward and take positive action.
It takes two to tango, and I can understand and comprehend their involvement and their actions and behaviors, but at the same time, it's up to me to take action to process them healthily in a healthy way instead of trying to numb them out or drug them out or drink them out. When in reality, I was the one that was still continuing to suffer year after year.
One exercise Mark did at Grand allowed him to release the pain of one of the toughest situations in his life, the death of his mother.
She was my best friend in the world. And I wrote out a 15-page letter and I can't share it with her because she's gone. But it is to share that letter with a group of other people or a mentor or someone that of my choosing and share it with them and then just tear the letter up. It's over. That's my closure.
After graduating from Grand, Patterson enrolled himself at Lifegate Freedom Recovery Ranch to continue his sobriety.
I myself have a 16-year-old son that desperately needs his sober daddy again. Addiction is giving up everything for one thing, and recovery is giving up one thing for everything.
The Grand Addiction Recovery Center has a community outreach team to help Tulsans who need help but don't wish to use the recovery services.
We are out in the homeless encampments. We go to the food pantries. We are just all around the Tulsa area, and we provide harm reduction kits. We provide blankets if it's cold. We just outreach to individuals. We do HIV, Hep C testing, whatever we can do to engage people in treatment that might be needed.
The group networks with other programs in the community to create access to care Tulsans need. Kennedy Sepulvedo, the Oklahoma News Report.